I might have figured out how to flip the camera the right way. It's January. Happy New Year, everybody. I don't know who's there or who's watching. I'm going to see if I'm broadcasting to the world. It says Livestream Q&A January. This is a song I wrote a long time ago. And it's in a different tuning. This is a drop D, drop G thingy. I was playing last night. I call it Edith. My wife liked it. The cat's yelling. Turk. I gotta let him in the other door too. Hold on, I'll be right back. Hey man, I'm in a live stream, man. There you go, buddy. That's my beautiful cat. His name is Dirt. Dirt likes to go out the back door to come in the front door, and he likes to come in the front door to go out the back door. Dirt! That's his name. It's also what he says all the time. I think I was here. A little ditty I wrote called Edith. Sorry for the interruption there for Dirt. This is the January Q&A. Good morning. Oh gosh, I'm going to try and do this right today and try and kind of like see everybody. Thank y'all all if you tuned in for the live ultimate guitar Christmas Eve playthrough. That was crazy, and I think I figured out how to flip the camera using this live software. Today may be a short day randomly. Because it's the last day of my vacation before I go back to work on Monday. But, hey, Renee, it's so good to see you. Hey, now, Prof, I have time to, oh, gosh, it's so good to see you. Oh, man, awesome. Here we are. We can hang out. And then, hey, sir, hey, gosh, I'm always going to mispronounce people's names here. Like Shia. Cool. Do you guys have any questions this morning? It's a new year, so what I'm anticipating next week is that a lot of people got, instruments for Christmas. And so what's probably going to happen to me tomorrow is a lot of people are just going to ask lots and lots of questions about their new Christmas toys. And so if you're one of those people who's just like, hey, Munson Music, what's that? And you need some help with your new instruments, I do have all these links, and I've been trying to post some more song books. I feel like I was so burned out this past year. I'm sure some of y'all were in that same boat. So I don't know, it was nice just to not do anything, at least for a little while. But I have this thing. Oh, where is it at? Oh, I think it's over here. It just has a list of like all the crash courses. So if you haven't seen this go up in some of the stuff, you know, and you got a new guitar, or if you haven't seen these videos and you've been watching my playthroughs and you're like, man, this guy Munson, he's really cool. He never talks about nothing. He just jumps into the tune and plays it. Well, if you want to hear me talk about how you might play some of this stuff, I'll post some links. Paste. Well, let me post that many. It probably won't. It probably won't. Perhaps the two, oh, right. Oh, the tone switch. Ooh, now that's a good question. I have the wrong guitar for that. Ooh, it looks like I'm over by 271 characters. It's so funny that, you know, text doesn't really take a whole lot of processing power, but somehow YouTube likes to limit the number of things you can put in a chat thread. What about that? No dice. Okay, well, if you got a guitar, you know, because I just did this songbook, for instance, the other day, and I'm trying to like post the links. Oh, there's the. I'll just post them individually. Ha ha ha. YouTube, I can get around that because I'm not busy. There's a strum guitar crash course if you're interested in that. A fingerstyle crash course. I'm here to try and help people for free. And if y'all keep on watching these videos and sharing them with your friends, if I keep on getting a pretty decent income from it, I won't be charging like some other channels do, and I don't have another website that I support through it like other people do. So it's always nice when people just like take this stuff and share it all over the world. There's a ukulele crash course. Now, are the links working? I don't see where they're coming up as links. Do y'all see that? That's so weird. We had this happen on another thread. You may have to copy these and then paste them into your viewer browser thingy. There's the bass guitar one and the piano one. But, ooh, okay, so Renee is asking about tone knobs. Oh my gosh. And we love it for free. Yes, and I love posting it for free because why should you have to pay for stuff that should be free? Oh, what's that great quote from, what's that movie with Robin Williams and Matt Damon? Why would I pay for an education? I could have gotten $1.50 in late fees from the public library, you know. Yeah, it's nice to have the internet and be able to post all this stuff for free. I don't know why they're not coming up as links. If I post just the link, does it come up as just a link? I don't know. I'm kind of curious about that. All right, this is supposed to be the strum one. Oh, now it comes up as a link. How bizarre is that? Hey, there's this thing. Anyway, sorry. I've been doing this live thing for a while now, and I still feel really completely baffled by the whole thing. But VR Play 86, man, it's good to see you. Try and give some shout outs today. I know the playthrough, I was like, I'm playing this whole thing for 4.5 hours. I don't want to talk to nobody. And then the whole thing ended up mirrored, you know. When I was learning guitar, a lot of times you would sit around literally with this wonderful guy I hung out with yesterday, Pascal, dude. He was one of my first guitar teachers, and one of my other early guitar teachers, Mike Reed, kind of showed up about a month ago, and he's going through some stuff. Let's all pray for Mike Reed. Hope he gets through all the crazy madness. But anyway, Pascal, you know, he'd be like, man, this is my house. I'm not going to stop playing what I'm playing and show you what I'm going to do. You either follow or you don't. That was your guitar lesson. You know, so he just, good luck. You know, just like watching the hand, you know. So that's how you used to have to learn some of this stuff. But I try and walk through some of it. So the crash courses are there. If you just got a new instrument, check out those links that may not look like links. But if you copy them and paste them, then they magically turn into links. Thank you, YouTube, with your bizarre, strange madness. We love it for free. And then Renee says, Renee, what is this? Sporty Otter Pop. Ooh, Sporty Otter Pop. That's cute, Renee. I see them as links. Oh, okay, cool. All right, Little Walter. Oh, that's right. I'm Little Walter. Because I grew up as Little Walter. Because my uncle was Uncle Walter. He'd play every song with 2 chords. D major 7. This is me. In the mid-90s. With my uncle. He'd be like, Shadows of the Moonlight. Oh gosh, I've got a Walter poetry actually. If we wanted to try, like, you know, I could be Uncle Walter instead of Little Walter, and try and like play something Walter-y. I feel like that ought to go that way. This is always such a weird thing. It's like I don't know about camera placement and stuff. But anyway, let's go on. Do people have other questions? Let's see. Renee asked something real, and then I was like, no, let me post all this stuff instead. Renee, it's good to see you. Thank you. I love all the love you give me too. I appreciate it. His links. Okay, cool. If you're seeing him as links, maybe everybody's seeing him as links. I don't know. If not, copy and paste them. Maybe it'll show up as links. Nice and highlighted. There was something about a tone knob. Perhaps the way tone switches. Oh, yeah, okay. And I'm playing the wrong guitar. This does have a pickup in it. So basically, the way that some pickups work is, and this one too, actually, is this is a magnet. What? That's crazy talk. And so there's a whole bunch of wire, like, you know, that's magnetized in some kind of way so that you can, like, turn your sound into an electrical impulse that then goes to your jack, like there, to plug in into your amp, and all of a sudden you can hear your instrument, right? So if you're playing electric, a lot of times you'll have a volume knob for how loud you are. I don't have this. This is an acoustic, and it's what's called a, this is just like a straight pickup. Like, you know, I have to change the EQ settings on the mixer to change the sound in any way. But if I was playing an electric, like a Strat or a Telecaster or some cool, awesome Ibanez something, you'd have a volume knob for how loud it is, and then you'd have this other thing called a tone knob for a pickup, right? If you have two tone knobs, then it's probably affecting two different pickups. And what the tone knob does is it has a little capacitor in it, like a 250 resistance, some kind of crazy awesome capacitor that basically shifts the sound and that electrical impulse to make it more bright or more dark, basically. That's basically how a tone knob works. What a wah pedal kind of does is almost the same thing, but it's on the floor and you know, you're working it with your foot. But yeah, that's basically what a tone knob is. Normally, and I know people, you know, for different settings and different songs, you know, you're going for, like, I want a thinner sound, so I want a really bright sound from the, you know, bridge pickup, or like, ooh, I want a really thick, dark sound from the, you know, neck pickup. You can get into all of that if you're ever in doubt, because I know I feel like I have a lot of students who will come in and they'll be like, I bought this $500 amp and it sounds like crap. I want you to come in and fix it for me. All right, so a lot of times what that means is bust out the WD-40 and spray it in the knobs and work out all the dust that's gotten in it. You know, you just, I like to do it without the power on. But you spray it in the pots, you know. It's just what you do with a guitar, too. You take off the back of a Strat, and you've got the, like, little, what's called the pot, little circle thing, you know, where the knob actually is. And so if you're going to clean an electric, you take that WD-40 stuff. It's great. There's like a little indentation on the pot. You spray it, and then all of a sudden, like, you start moving the knob back and forth, and you get all the, like, cruddy, dusty, whatever has coming into your, you know, your pot for the thing. Anyway, so you work it all out. And then what I like to do when somebody's like, I want you to fix my amp settings, because they just messed them up, you know, because, like, today, I guess there's a lot of cyber amps and stuff. I don't know. There's crazy amps now. It's like, who even knows anymore? But your best bet with the EQ settings, you know, your bass, your treble, your mid, put them in the middle. Why would you want to put them anywhere else? Because then your tone knob on the guitar actually would affect the entire tone of the guitar. If you're affecting the, you know, the tone from the amp some kind of way, it doesn't give you full control somehow from the tone knob on the guitar. Just something to play around with. Just a thought in my head today. I don't know. Happy New Year. But anyway, so you can turn the tone knob. I'm just so happy that I'm actually in the correct orientation and people won't be going, aren't you left-handed? Because for some reason my Livestream software has been flipping me the wrong way. But anyway, so that's what a tone knob does and how I would normally use a tone knob. And also how I would sort of like clean an amp. That's a good question, I guess, on a whole bunch of different fronts there. But I hope I didn't run everybody away. Oh gosh, I've actually gained more people watching me. Okay, cool. Not sure how that works. I'm still in this weird, strange Edith tuning. So I got to bring this back to an A. Oh, thank you, tuner. Oh gosh, I love the Snark tuners. They're not paying me any money. Maybe they should, because I've spent a lot of money with them. These guys rock. Snark tuners. Send me a box, guys, because I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna use you whether I like you or not. You know, I keep on getting these weird like offers. You know, I guess I've got enough subscribers now where occasionally I'll get these weird things. You know, like, hey, we're with some donut company. Don't you want to promote our donuts and put up a commercial? Or, you know, or Kiowa Water wants me real bad, and I don't know why. we have really good tap water here in Newberry. So I don't know. Is that selling out? If I'm like, well, sure, yeah, just send me some water and I'll promote that. Like, I like water. Water's great. It's a lot better than a lot of other things you could stick in your body, I'm for sure. But anyway, oh gosh, back to questions. All nice and highlighted. They are from you. Yay! Oh, that's great. Yay! Awesome. I'm glad that the links are working. Ooh, if those are working, some of y'all might be digging on the songbooks. There's a whole bunch of new songbooks, and so I guess I could post some of here's some songbooks links for you, maybe while I'm sitting here talking. But what am I supposed to be talking about? Good Will Hunting. Yeah, Good Will Hunting. That's the movie. Thank you, VR Play. Yeah, that's the movie. How you like them apples? I got a number. That movie. That's a great movie. So I'll post some songbooks here. If you guys haven't seen the songbooks, this is if you want to hang out for an hour or two or more to play some songs in particular styles and particular artists, right? Thank you, always from Japan. Oh, thank you so much. Is it Lisa? I guess it's Lisa with a Y. That's a cool way to spell Lisa. That's cool. Santa brought me a golden Harley. Oh, I've heard it. Renee. It's beautiful. I don't know what the buttons do. Oh, that's a good question. So the buttons, normally, and that's a good question. Oh, and you probably can't see me. I've seen this guitar, but I didn't look for wiring configuration. But you're my friend on Facebook, right, Lily? So I'm gonna go, or Renee, I'm gonna go and look over here on this thing on Facebook and try and find a picture of your guitar, which is bizarre to be able to do that. But how cool is that? That I can go, oh yes, Renee. There you are. Bam. All right, and you got this new beautiful guitar. Oh gosh, did you just share my live stream? You just shared my live stream. People can do that on Facebook? What? All of you should go share this live stream right now. Just for fun. I mean, it's not like, there's anything serious going on here. But I know I've seen your electric picture that you, oh gosh. You got a bunch of crazy cool stuff up here, Renee. Hold on. I'm looking because I know the birthday pictures up there, or the Christmas birthday thing, gosh, you got a bunch of stuff on your page. Should I look under photos? Maybe photos. I know you took a picture of your guitar, because I saw it on Facebook. Now I'm sitting here looking, hey man, don't you want to find that random one? When's this one from? December 30th. I need one from before Christmas. I'm on your Facebook page looking, Renee, for your... Oh, there it is. All right, cool. All right, so it is a Les Paul setup. All right, it looks like your Harley Benson. Looks like a Les Paul setup. So you have a little... All right, Les Paul. Bam. He was a great guitar player. He invented this thing called the Log a long, long time ago. One of the first electric guitars. But anyway, so you have this little switch, a three-way switch. Three-way means you've got three different positions you can put the switch in. And almost this situation, you're not left-handed, are you, Renee? Anyway. Oh, you just posted the thing. Oh, thank you for sending me a picture of that. Yeah, it's a Les Paul setup. Sort of, it looks like. So what you've got is you've got the switch up here at the top. On a Les Paul, it'll say treble, bass, right? Or treble rhythm. Something, lead rhythm. I don't know. I don't own a Gibson. I can't afford it. But there's this little switch. And really, I don't want one. Don't send me one if you're doing the thing. But anyway, so we got this little switch. So if you have it in the up position, right? I'm guessing, oh gosh, and I wish I could zoom in, right? But that may be the rhythm position. If you're in the rhythm position, it's going to be the neck pickup, the pickup closest to the neck. If you're in the lead position, right, it's going to be the pickup closest to the bridge. I may have reversed that, and it may depend on which guitar you've got. But one of these switches to one pickup, the other one switches to the other pickup. The one in the middle means they're both working. So it's kind of like I've got the neck pickup working, in the middle it's these two, down here it's this one. If that helps kind of see that visually. And then what you have is a volume for your neck pickup and a tone for your neck pickup. And then you've got a volume for your bridge pickup, and then a tone for your bridge pickup. So that's what the four knobs are on your Les Paul setup, Harley Benton. Which, oh my gosh, that's beautiful. The gold top, man, the gold top. I had a friend of mine, he was all into the gold top Les Paul, from the, oh gosh, the late 50s. It was Phil Watson. He was a friend of mine that was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame with the Drifters, and he loved some Gibson Gold Top 1950s-ish guitars. But anyway, so yeah, that's what those 4 knobs do. So if you're in doubt, what I like to do when I'm trying to set up my guitar randomly, if I had that set up, which I've had that set up before, actually I have an Ibanez jazz guitar that kind of has the same setup, 2 pickups, 2 volumes, two tones, kind of setup. So what I like to do is I'll put the volumes all the way up. Okay, if you're in doubt, if you're like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with these knobs, turn the volume up all the way so that you're getting all the volume and all the tone-ish from your guitar. From your tone knobs, if you put them in the middle-ish, you'll pull it one way and you can't go any further, and you'll pull it the other way and you can't go any further. If you go somewhere in the middle, that'll give you sort of like the middle of the road, middle on the other. So I'm a big fan of volume all the way up, tone in the middle, and then you can affect the volume from the amp. But I don't normally mess around with the EQ from the amp. But that's just a me thing, because then I feel like I've got more control from the actual guitar. So if I'm on stage and I'm playing something, I'm like, oh, I want more treble, I can grab this tone knob and kind of be able to do that. Or I can flip the switch and go and get more tone. And you can hear it too, even on an acoustic, randomly. So the neck pickup, for instance, is going to be a darker sound. Oh gosh, I got to retune this thing. Let's go back to this thing called standard tuning, which all my lessons are in, right? And I guess I ought to post some more songbooks. And I'm behind on comments because I'm sitting here talking about tone knobs for Renee. But the closer you get to the middle of the guitar string, randomly, the closer to the 12th fret, oh, I hear derp. You might want to go back out the back door. I don't know. He said derp. Oh. But the darker the sound, the closer you get to the bridge, the brighter it gets. And so the pickup sound from the bridge pickup is going to be brighter than the one from the neck pickup. So you can use that little switch to switch. I'm playing chords, so I want a darker sound. And then, now I'm playing lead. Yeah. I want a brighter sound. Yeah, that kind of thing. So and you'll see, oh gosh, yeah, people, for some reason, Trey Anastasio from Fish comes to mind, because I feel like he's on stage all the time, adjusting his tone for what he wants from his, you'll see him actually literally flipping the switch and doing the tone in the middle of the show. And I'm not that guy normally. I'm like, ooh, that sounds good. I think I'll stick with that. And if I've got a lead thing, and a lot of times I want a foot pedal to do some overdrive or something like that. But I don't know. I'm not as much into effects as I probably could be or should be. I feel like there's just other things to do. But anyway. Hopefully that answers that question, Renee. I'm going to go and check on these things. Oh my gosh. Good afternoon. Is it Mikkel or Michael? Mikkel. Oh yeah, but Michael, I've seen you before, man. Thank you so much for bugging in, man. Good afternoon, sir. It's 3:17 in the afternoon in the Netherlands. Oh my gosh, man, dude. Well, tell the Netherlands hello, man. I've been close to there, but never to there. Mikkel. Michael? Mikkel. I want to say Mikkel. I don't know if that's right, man. So if I'm mispronouncing stuff, just all apologies for pronunciations. I live in the backwoods of South Carolina, but I do try and help people. So I am your Facebook friend. I did share it. I will send it. Yes, thank you, Renee, for sharing. I will send it in a PM, private message. That's what PM stands for. Oh, gosh, I'm so behind. And then I sent it to you, and I did. All right, so no, I am not. The image is flipped. Oh, wait, my image is flipped? Is my image flipped? Because I see my guitar the right way through my camera. Is it flipped for you guys? I'm hoping not, because I found the thing that let me set the camera up the right way, and then if I look like a left-handed guitar player, I'm not. It's my iPad camera that doesn't do what it's supposed to do sometimes. My image is flipped? Oh no, or your image is flipped. Your image is flipped sometimes when you're playing it. Maybe that's what you mean by that, Renee. It's so weird trying to interpret text messages. It's kind of like hieroglyphics. You just kind of think you know what people are meaning to say. Hello, Munson. Oh, gosh, it's OJM. Hey, man. Good morning. Thanks for all your great lessons for all these. Man, thank you so much for watching all these lessons. I really appreciate it. Like, all of you guys, thank you so much. I'll share some more songbooks too while I'm just like singing everybody's praises. Because, and like I said, if these aren't coming up as links, it's so weird, like what the experience is. Like, next time you're watching your favorite YouTube channel, just imagine for a moment that they're actually sitting there probably talking to themselves. As I am right now on the porch. I'm talking to myself. You guys just happen to get to watch me talk to myself. So it's like everybody on YouTube's got to be crazy, right? Because they're all talking to themselves. Like, we're all sitting around like, what are we doing? We're just talking around ourselves. We're not talking to other people sometimes. I don't know. I mean, sometimes I guess people get, oh, the Country Blues Songbook. I just posted a link for that. That was a new one. That's 114 songs in 7 hours of play right there. Because I know we've talked about wanting to do like a classic, and that kind of made sense actually when I was doing it. I was kind of debating it. Do I want it to just be classic country or modern country? Do I want to include some blues tunes? Because a lot of country builds off of blues. So anyway, I just made it the whole thing. I was like, let's just throw it all together. And then you can kind of like go to the description and then, find some songs that might be kind of cool. So if you like country and blues, check out that. If you like Eric Clapton, some of these other ones get real weird because I know, like the Elvis playlist isn't necessarily the easiest way to play some of those tunes. It was just like the ones that were like a no capo thing. Because I with the songbooks, I'm trying to go like, if it says A minor on the screen, I want it to be A minor on the screen. So, if you're jamming with a bass player, they're not trying to go like, oh, he's capo 1, A minor, so I play a B flat or anything weird like that. So it's more like jam keys, if that makes sense. So they're not all like the real key, because who wants to play an F minor all day? I mean, I would if they paid me, but why would you want to? You know what I'm saying? Unless you're like a saxophone player or something. Which I don't mind that gig. I played that gig, done that gig. Oh my gosh, Taylor Swift. I'm just like copying and pasting songbooks. Hey, I love you guys. Check out all these songbooks. I guess when I get up enough of them to, break the Guinness World Record, I can sit here and play with myself long enough to break a record or two. Ultimate Tom Petty. All right, cool. And I think everybody, like, hopefully everybody who's bugging in, or what do you say? What's the term? Yeah, you're watching me. What is that? What's the term? You're bugging in. I keep on saying bugging in like I'm Stan Lee or something, and it's a Marvel comment. But oh, hi everybody. I get to say hi. Happy New Year Green Country, man. It's good to see you, man. Happy New Year. Oh my gosh. And then OJM, man, appreciate it. Thanks for the love, man. Roland, good morning. How are you doing? It's a new year and stuff, man. Man, I hope all these lessons are helping all y'all and doing stuff. I know when I put some of these songbooks together, it's funny to like watch my hair and how it changes. Like I shaved that day. I looked younger there. My hair is really long there. But anyway, I'm still me. I vote for a Grateful Dead songbook one day. Oh, a Grateful Dead song would be great. I will write that down on the list. I can take requests this way also. I have a notebook. I don't have the request notebook, but they end up in the same place. I didn't bring that here. I keep on threatening to. It's huge. I mean, the request thing. So I'm so sorry because some people really do. They're like, I've been waiting on this song for a year and you haven't gotten around to it. And I'm like, I didn't get around to the 1,000 songs that people asked for the 9 years before you showed up. Sorry, but hopefully I post some things that are useful and fun to play. So. Anyway, I'm not sure exactly what I have to cover to make it, but I'll keep on posting something for you guys because I love you guys. I want you to do well. I think they're fun to play with. Bookmarking Rocky Horror Songbook. Oh yeah, the Rocky Horror Songbook. Yeah, that was fun playing that whole thing down. I did that for, oh gosh, was it the October? No, it might have been the November Q&A. I started like an hour earlier so I could just play that whole songbook now because I was looking forward to that too. I had to do that today, but then I woke up late. Sorry. Grabbing another playlist. I'll just play this songbook before I start the thing. Man, it's good to hear you, Roland. Yeah, doing good, man. Yeah, hopefully everybody's doing well, man. It's so crazy to be at another year, and it's a real reflective time. I've had a really good vacation. I feel like this is Deep Thoughts with Munson, but the world is shaped by love and fear, right? And a big part of that is desire sometimes mistakes itself or hides itself as something that is really love, but it's not love, it's desire. Desire is possessive. Love is wanting to help, right? So there's two different things. And so I know in myself, sometimes I realize that there are desires that are a hole in myself that, right, and so you think that by acquiring something or something or some idea, you're going to fulfill yourself. But what you really need to realize is that you are already whole, and desire is fake. You don't need any. Well, I mean, some people really do need, you know, you got to need, you know, but gosh, that was really deep. All right, sorry. I was thinking about just weird stuff this week. They give me some time off, and I start thinking really deep thoughts about, you know, how I can improve myself. So anyway, I'm very grateful for, and I have a lot of people who come into my life, you know, recently, actually, you know, like old friends and stuff, you know, and you're like, man, I really am a lucky guy to be where I am. And wouldn't want anything to change that. And life is full of changes. We all have to deal with changes. You know, people gone this year and that year, and seeing some old friends and how they're doing, you know, but they've been through some different things. So anyway, thank you for tuning in today. Love all of y'all. I know we all deal with all the stuff that we have to deal with to be human, and it's nice that we can come together in music and commune and, you know, share love together. Anyway, I love you guys. Where were the questions? OJ says, my name is Oscar, and I am from the Netherlands. I learned much from your lessons. Where are your beautiful lessons for the Eagles? Oh, man, I was hoping you guys would forget about that band. Man, snap. So I got a copyright strike from Don Henley, and rather than trying to figure out and pick out which other songs he might give me a copyright strike for, if you don't know what a copyright strike is, that's where basically you post something, and an artist goes, I own that. And you go, yes, you do. And then they go, if you post anything else, you're going to get, if you get 3 strikes, then they take down your whole channel. I've got, how many, almost 10,000 videos on this channel. I've got another channel that's got like 10,000 videos on it. And I've got another channel that doesn't have quite that many. And I've got another channel that has, you know, thousands of videos. But anyway, so you get 3 strikes, you're out. So Don Henley came along and he said, hey man, Tequila Sunrise. I wrote half of that song with Glenn Frey. I don't want anybody to ever hear you play that song. And I was like, okay, cool. So I took down everything that Don Henley ever wrote that was on my channel. Because I don't want to argue with him about it. Who am I to argue with Don Henley about what he wants to do with his stuff? So that's what happened to the Eagles lessons. Don Henley killed him. And it's okay. And I feel like I was real bitter about it because it was literally like 70 or 80 videos that I had to remove and delete and be like, that was a lot of my time to try and help people play your music that I donated for free. And now, for no reason, you make me remove them. Because the thing is, it could be like, he gives me a strike for this song, and then strike, and then I'm gone forever, and you wouldn't see my channel anymore. So it was that kind of decision. So the only 3 Eagles songs you will find up are not actually Eagles songs. I have Please Come Home for Christmas, which is a song by Charlie Brown. I have Take It Easy, which is a Jackson Brown tune. Is that right? And then there's Seven Bridges Road, which I can't remember who wrote Seven Bridges Road. But those are the only 3 Eagles songs, as they're actually Eagles covers. But I hated to see him be that way too, man. But sorry, that's what happened, Oscar. Thank Don Henley for that. Yeah, sorry, man. Yeah, I'm not gonna risk all the work that I've done here for some silly tunes by Eagles. But Renee says, I am your neighbor then in Germany. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Renee lives in Germany. You live in the Netherlands. You guys are like close. You're in Europe. Europa. Whoa, it's not just a moon near Jupiter anymore. And then Green Country says, I think it's a sign of good instruction that I need to watch the videos less and less. Oh man, thanks, man. You know, it's so funny because like I've got books all over the place myself where I'll go to the Pinterest links. You know, the Pinterest thing is free. I'm hoping that all y'all know about the Pinterest. Pinterest.com, like, a lot of times in the description here. Although I get questions like, where can I find the print materials for these things that you're posting? I get that question like a lot, and I try and steer people over to like, hey, there's this thing for the video in the description. I know some people are watching on different devices though, so it's like, what? So, what's this one? Oh wow, so this is, oh yeah, there you go. All right, so there's this Pinterest thing. Here's a link for This Land Is Your Land. This land is your land, with all the controversial lyrics in the world. And I'm hoping is that also coming up as a link? It's so weird. Like on my screen, it wasn't showing it as a link. But anyway, I guess if you what do I do for this? Oh gosh, I hear Derp. Do you guys hear the cat? He wants to go out the door again. That's cool. I don't know why it's not doing that. Anyway, but hold on. I gotta do the Derp thing. Derp, where are you, Derp? Let me save you, Derp. Come on, buddy. It's time to go back outside so you can come back inside. Okay. We might be doing this at every live feed from now until wherever. All right, there you go, buddy. Oh, I should have picked him up so you guys could have seen Derp. He's like this. I mean, he is a pretty cat. He's just very. You might have friends that are like this needy, but that's cool. Oh gosh, wow, we got a thread of conversation going on. Yeah, you guys can jump in too if you have questions. That's what I'm here for. And like I said, I'll probably call it a little soon today, since this is the last day of my vacation. We might call it in another 20 minutes or so. And I know that's not as long, as sometimes I'm here for 2 hours answering questions, but I didn't want to. It's just, try and enjoy the time that I have today before I'm back to work, the grind tomorrow, and got to figure out how I'm going to try and fill in those requests, I will say, if you're tuned in right now, the next thing to go up on the channel will be 9 to 5 by Dolly Parton. I'm pretty sure. Like, I started shooting it and then got interrupted. It happens. So, 9 to 5, what a way to make a living. Yeah, but I'm taking it from the key of F sharp major to G major, because I'm just into that these days. But there will be a note in the description, so you'll know what the real key is, just in case you really wanted to play it in F sharp anyway, because I have a chart of that, and I'll put it in the description. Anyway, where are we? Bookmarking Rocky Horror. Yeah, I'm good, sir. Oh gosh, there's Oscar. All right, question about the Eagles. I answered that, right? Yeah, Don Henley. He's the man. I had Boys of Summer up as well. I had to get rid of Boys of Summer. That's why I would never do Leather and Lace, because that's Don Henley with Stevie Nicks. I can't do that song because some lawyer is going to come around and pull it down, or make me pull it down, or get me scared enough to pull it down. I don't know what's up with that either. Like, let's make our fans paranoid now that they love this music. If they play it, let's make them scared to ever play it again. Haha. Okay. There's lots of songs in the world, man. I think it's a sign of good instruction. Oh, yeah. I was in the middle of talking about this, the Green Country. I'm sorry. So, it's like, Green Country. That's awesome, man. So I got books all over the place like this, 3-ring binders. So I'll go to the Pinterest link and then print out the charts that I have. Right? And then, 3-hole punch them and then organize them. A lot of times I'll take this kind of stuff to a gig and never open the thing. I'm just like playing stuff from memory. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm into Key of G. And I'm a big fan of medleys, and I'm also not a fan of necessarily talking to the audience. I don't know why. I'm so stage fright, scared. And so I'm like, oh yeah, if I could play Brown Eyed Girl, right, and then I could switch that into Last Kiss, yeah. Oh, where can my baby be? The Lord took her away from. And then I'll be like, oh, that's like stay just a little bit longer. Oh, please, tell me that you're going to. And I'm like, oh, the key of G, maybe I could go, sitting on the dock of, I'll be sitting when the evening comes, watching the tide roll in. Switch over to Otis Redding, watch it roll away again. Ooh, yes, on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. So I just like medleys. And I don't like talking to people. I just want to play my music. Is that bad? I don't know. People are cool. Oh, I keep on seeing this meme over Christmas where it was like, you know, the Grinch didn't really have a problem with Christmas. The Grinch had a problem with people, and that's legit. And you're like, oh yeah, people are awful. Some people, not us, because we're playing music together and stuff, but some people are just awful. But anyway, where are we at? Somebody had a lot of coffee this morning. Man, I have not had any coffee this morning. I did not. And people say that in my tutorials that, man, stop doing the coke. And I'm like, I'm just high strung, man. Like my mama had me like this. I don't know how she put up with me, honestly. I don't know why she put up with me, but she did. Thanks, Mom. I love you. I'm gonna go and eat lunch with her later, I think. She is a wonderful cook. Oh, I love my mama. But somebody had a lot of coffee. Oh gosh, do you know what else messed a lot of people up? There's a lot of problems in the world. Envy. Oh, that was from the deep thoughts era. Renee is responding to some deep thoughts. Envy. Yeah, but envy is kind of desire too, right? Yeah, envy is evil. Yeah, because envy is like jealousy, right? Yeah, I guess that's more personal. That's kind of the same thing. And love and fear, man. Oh, what's that song? I love this when I hit that in the Ultimate Christmas Songbook. I found like you get to one part of it, you know, where it's like songs of love and peace in that playlist. It's 4.5 hours long. That's the last songbook that I just posted. If you want to go and play with me. Oh gosh, the come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another right now. That song, da 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 da. It's Get Together by the Youngbloods is what I'm trying to think of, and yes, it's up on the channel, so you can go play with it. But you hold the key to love and fear. That line really stuck with me. Maybe that's where that little rant came from. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, envy sucks too. Sometimes you gotta let it go, man. Let it go, can't hold it back anymore. The same chord progression as Wagon Wheel. Rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. That's that, was a small town boy. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Like, it's the Axis of, what is it? Axis of Awesome that does that funny skit. I'm sorry, language there. Kids might be watching. Probably not, though. I think it's just us, the adults today, isn't it? Anyway, somebody had a lot of coffee. Oh, gosh. Now I'm back to trying to catch up again. Renee. Oh, Oscar. Oh, hey, neighbor. Oh, right. That was Germany to the Netherlands. Hey. It's good to see you. And right on, Oscar. Maybe we can meet up in the middle and jam. Indeed. World Green Country. Oh, yeah. Heck yeah. Word. I have PTSD from the dang Eagles. Oh, yeah. You're not the only one. Oh, those wonderful Eagles. Man, Don Felder's cool, though. I hung out with Don Felder while I shook his hand. Oh, that constitutes, like, hanging out with Don Felder. He seemed real down to earth and stuff, but it's just too many guys that don't like each other and too many lawyers and too much money. And Don Henley and Stevie Nicks broke up with Don Henley, and now he's crazy. What are you going to do? I don't know. Hang out with somebody else. But anyway, that's what happened to the Eagles, man. They went nuts. or one of them did. Colombia. Oh, my gosh. Wow. Man, we are like around the world already. We got Netherlands. We got Europe. We got America. We probably got some Australians running around here somewhere. We had New Zealand tune in one time on these. It's crazy. Thank you. It's so weird, isn't it? What a wonderful world. What a wonderful world. And I did get a request for a Wonderful World by Sam Cooke the other day, and I have a chart for that already on the thing. So that would be a good place to go. There's so many good songs in the world that aren't the Eagles. Just throwing that out there. You don't need the Eagles. But Take It Easy, man. You can play Take It Easy. It's not an Eagles song. I keep a notebook full just in case. Yeah, man, me too. Like, Green Country's talking about, I keep a notebook, you know, with all the stuff. See, I'll show up at the gig with the 3-ring binder, and then I don't normally open it up unless somebody, like, asks for a song, and then you're like, oh, request time. All right, let me bust out my binder. So like, oh, yes, they said Johnny Cash tunes. I've got them over here. And then you just, you know. But yeah, the more you do this, you know, the more you just kind of like have them in your head. I mean, which is awesome. And like I said, I just like medleys because they're just fun. And you can kind of take people by surprise, you know, doing that kind of thing. You know, if you're switching it up. I have a student of mine, Aiden Brady. He's really, really good at that. He'll do like every TikTok song is a medley to like, you know, some weird, strange, you know, chord progression just over and over, you know, and you'd be like, man, that's really cool, man. Oh, now he's doing that, but he's doing the same thing, you know. So sometimes that can be really cool too, especially if you're better with words than the chord progression. You just start singing every song in the world to one chord progression, whether it works or not. There's some video of Ed Sheeran talking about that. And he's like, oh yeah, all you got to do is 4 chords and you play it. Oh yeah, so let me demonstrate. Which is cool, because you can definitely do that. It doesn't necessarily match the recording, which is what I'm sitting here trying to do. Normally with the cover lessons, or at least, you know, shifting keys and all that, you know, doing, I pick these out by ear. I do the best I can. I post the charts. If they're useful, cool. If not, you didn't pay for them. It's kind of my philosophy. Oh, I thought you were oh man, I was playing Brown Eyed Girl for a second. I was. Hey, what a wheel, and days when the rains came, laughing and running, playing a new game, laughing and running. Hey, hey, yeah, that is what I was playing over there. But oh man, so my bad. There might be questions here. If you have a question, ask a question. I'll try and answer a question. But yeah, oh yeah, you my brown eyed girl. And then Praddock, Rana. Oh hey, what's up, Monsoon? Well, what's up with you, man? Hey Monsoon, can you shred? I'm not really much of a shredder. You know, I would never attack the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It would never happen, like ever. I do like a lot of yeah, man. I don't know. You know, I've been through phases like that. I feel like I'm more of like a folky guy, but I like lead playing and I like jamming over the top of stuff, like, you know, and a lot of that scale stuff. And I do consider myself like, you know, kind of a technical thing, or, you know, theory guy. I like theory. I'm like, oh, this is D major chord. You can play it any way you want. That's cool. It relates to a D major scale. That's really pretty. I think I have the wrong guitar for that, but yeah. I don't know. I've got students who will shred like all day long on a whole bunch of crazy stuff, and they have chops that like it's just not really me, man. but yeah, I mean, there's some great stuff. I like to listen to stuff that you would consider like shredding, you know, like Steve Vai, Satriani, beautiful stuff, man. I mean, some of that's the key to that. I think this is my opinion, right? I guess you kind of asked for my opinion, sort of. Hey, do you shred? Well, I'm not really into it, you know, but I think the main thing with anything is to be melodic. If you're playing something just to play a whole bunch of notes, that doesn't really move me as much as just having one little thing. You know what I mean? Like this is a whole bunch of notes, and I got off by half step. But anyway, that's a bunch of notes, right? But is that moving to you as much as like something you could sing? Oh, I fixed this string the other day. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, check it out. I might be able to get it close enough. I fixed this string. See it? Did you hear it do that weird thing with the pin there? It's like I bent it far enough where I put enough pressure on the string where it slipped the knot. I put a knot in it. I'm such a cheapskate. Like, it broke up here, so I was like, well, I'll just take a little bit of another string and just tie it on, and it worked. So that's why that did that. But my point was, if you can sing the melody, I think it's more moving than just playing a bunch of notes to play a bunch of notes. don't get me wrong, because like the technical fluency of like, you know, guys who do a lot of shred stuff, and there's some amazing bands that are shred band, you know, in the world. Oh gosh, man, I'm like even like early Metallica comes to mind. I mean, it's amazing stuff, but I don't know, man. Normally the gig that I get is like, hey man, we want you to come and play our birthday party. It's so, you know, or like, you know, our this get together or on our front porch, you know. So I'm more of like a solo acoustic guy that shows up, and I'm the campfire guitar player normally. Although I've really enjoyed playing with jazz bands over the years, and I've had some rock band projects that were, you know, closer to shred-ish ideas, like more progressive kind of stuff than shredding. I don't. Shred sounds like you want to play a bunch of notes for no good reason, and then, so I guess that's what turns me off to the idea that term. Anyway, so Praddick, I love you, man. Sorry, I'm not a shredder. But it's a lot easier just to like go record stuff too, and I feel like that gets people playing together, you know, more anyway. So I'm like, hey man, it's a G chord, do what you want over the top of it, and if you want to play crazy scale stuff, go for it. And if you don't, that's cool too. We can still make some music together, kind of thing. But oh gosh, and then Renee says, Monsoon, he is a musical monsoon. All right, I'm a musical monsoon. You know the big tidal wave that takes out Godzilla? That's me. Yeah, I'm just. Yeah, but I'm more of a folky kind of guy, folky classic rock kind of guy, and country, and I don't know, I like it, I love it all, I really do, but just the idea of I'm going to play a bunch of notes for no good reason just kind of like turns me off somehow, because you hear so many people play a lot of really good notes, you know, and I don't know, there's good stuff all over the place, man. If it moves you, it's the right music for you. Maybe I should, I guess that is true. I like some dumb stuff sometimes, and I'm like, what? Where did this come from? But I feel like I need to catch up on the thread again, because I feel like I'm behind. Don't let yourself be envious. Let yourself be inspired. Indeed. Envy, not envy. Inspired. Indeed. And what I've been reminding myself of also lately is that, for instance, you're like looking, if envy is all about, I want to be like that guy. I want to play as good as that guy. I want what that guy's got, you know, whatever it happens to be. And so that's envy, right? That's jealousy. I'm jealous for all the stuff that you have. But if you create something of your own, you know, write your own song, you know, draw your own picture, you know, absolutely, you get inspired by watching these other people do what they do. I used to do that all the time. I learn a song and make myself try and write a song like the song I learned. And I did that for years. Years and years and years. I'm bad about it now because I just pick out too many tunes for people to, and I don't have as much free time. But that can be really, that's a great comment, Green Country, is like, let yourself be inspired. Absolutely. Yeah, but if you write something of your own, that's not anything that anybody else can do. Taylor Swift could never write a song that I would. Right? Why would she want to? but then it's mine. I can own it. Because it's my song, you know, but it also expresses me, right? It conveys my emotional content and what I need, and it's funny, like when you play a song, even a song that you wrote, especially a song that you wrote for years and years and years and years and years, even other people's songs too, like a lot of times they'll mean something later to you, you know, yeah, the lyrics will hit you a different way, you know. It's like, every year for Christmas, this is a similar art thing. Every year for Christmas, I have to watch It's a Wonderful Life. And I always cry. But it's where I cry. Where I get inspired. You know, where it hits you emotionally, you know. So like your songs can be like that. You write a song and you play it today and it means one thing. You play it after you know, you go through something in your life that was crazy and it means something completely different to you. Or sometimes you look at it, you know, 20 years later and you go, man, that was deep. You know, you appreciate it more somehow. But anyway, I'm way behind on comments, I'm sure. And I do want to try and cut out a little bit early today. Yeah, absolutely, we get inspired. Look, we all need to get inspired. It's a new year. It's time for me to knock out the entire quest book. Eat lots of collard greens and black-eyed peas, and then write 3 albums of music in 2 hours. But that's what we're all supposed to be doing right now. But yeah, get inspired. You know, try and write something silly, you know, pick 2 chords that you like. Uncle Walter chords would be D major 7 and G major 7. He's still stretching out from where I fixed it. Shadows of the moonlight. Lonely people having fun. And man, so many songs about loneliness too, man. The Christmas holiday, be kind to each other, because I feel like Christmas holidays especially, you start thinking about all the people who are gone, and some people are lonelier than you, and yeah, try and be kind to one another, right? But anyway, I'm sorry, it's a new year. I'm supposed to be over all that Christmas stuff. I'm kind of like still in Christmas mode. Great teacher. Oh gosh, Simple Living with Connie Keenan. Oh, right on. Well, thanks, Connie. Great teacher. Thank you for all the great lessons and making riffs easier to work on. I think so. I love it. I love taking like little riffs. I love that you say riffs. You know, you know, if you got a little riff to work on, it's always cool to have a little riff in your life, whatever happens to be a. Yeah, everybody needs a couple riffs there. They're good finger exercises too. You know, if you're, I know a lot of my lessons go up and it's like, oh, there's the chords for the song. But yeah, I like it when I've got like a couple riff tunes up too. You know, or you can go, like I have a lesson, for instance, on on Brown Eyed Girl, and you could go watch the how to play the chords on the guitar. And then once you know those, then there's also like a lead guitar lesson on that goes over like, hey, here's the, you know, not to, you know, but that's cool because then you could watch one and then add the other. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though, oh, he's not playing the riff there, but I can. That kind of stuff. But anyway, oh gosh, a Mi Amiga Guitarra. Oh, my friend the guitar. Oh, that's really sweet. Yeah. Oh gosh, I feel like people need to. Another part I like in It's a Wonderful Life is when George finally comes back, you know, and he's like running down. I love you, Bedford Falls. I love you, Emporium. Hello, that old savings and loan. And you're like, because he's thinking inanimate objects at the beginning for just being alive. That's cool. Like, that kind of hit me too. Like, that seems very Native American somehow, you know, animist, if I might use a big word, where you know, convey character and personality to inanimate objects and go, oh, thank you for, you know, thank you, computer. Thank you, iPad, for working today. Thank you, guitar, for being an extension of my inner self. Thank you, headphones. Thank you, keyboard. Thank you to other keyboard. Thank you, notebook. You know, it's kind of cool. I need to do that more this year. Talk to inanimate objects because there's a spirit there too. I'm sure of it. Anyway, can I sing Paint It Black? Oh, I have a cover lesson for Paint It Black. You could watch it all day. Hold on. And I don't know why this happens because Paint It Black, Munson. All right, now that one is originally in the key of F minor, and so I have a capo 1, and then I have the Munson. All right, so the way the channels work, if you're new here, is Munson Music Live. This channel that I'm broadcasting on gets the real key. That means you stick the capo on to play it with the easier chords, or you play it in the real key on the keyboard or the bass. Munson Covers gets there's no capo. The chords you see on the screen are the real chords. It might have been transposed from whatever original key it was in to make it easier for you to play it. And then Munson Guitar Songs that nobody watches gets all the hard stuff. You know, but just in case somebody's like, Painted Black, that's supposed to be in the key of F minor. How come you don't play in the key of F minor? And then I can go, oh yeah, all right, you want the F minor version? Let me send you a link. You know, because otherwise, if I didn't do all the ones that I do, and I know that's got to be annoying, right? Munson posted another 20 videos of the same song. Oh, how cool is that? But when I do, the reason why I do that is because people will ask for the other one, whatever the other one happens to be. So I'm looking for Paint It Black. I like to do it in the key of E minor, even though it's originally in the key of F minor. Oh, there it is, right there. And a lot of times on Munson covers, they'll be slower. I think I'm about to sneeze, but let me send a link. Paint It Black. There's the link for Paint It Black. And who was asking for that? Oh, Mi Amiga guitar. There's also a how to play on that one, I think. Oh, that's a great lick too. I mean, I see a red door and I want to paint it black. No colors anymore, I want them to turn black. I see the girls with diamonds in their summer clothes. I have to turn my head until my darkness goes. Yeah, that's a great tune, man. Rolling Stones, man. The one that hit me this year, the Dead Flowers is the one that hit me this year, but it was the Townes Van Zandt. That went in the country blues playlist, man. That tune will tear you up. But anyway, your chord videos have helped me a lot. Oh, Praddock says, oh, cool, man. Who's my favorite singer? Mine is Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson is an amazing singer. Ed Sheeran is an amazing singer. Do I have a favorite singer? Yeah, it's one of those things where, like, a lot of other channels, too, I see, like, they kind of capitalize on this, like, 20 best guitar solos. Worst fail singing ever. I'm sorry, I can't think of any other. But you know what I mean, like the best guitar player ever. And you're like, man, I've been around long enough to know you can't really say that. But I'm glad that some people like to try and capitalize on crap like that. Like I really like Jimi Hendrix, and I really like Stevie Ray Vaughan, but you wouldn't have Stevie Ray Vaughan without Jimi Hendrix. So which one's better? You can't answer that question, can you? So anyway, I think it's just kind of, anyway, but it's vocalists that I like. That's what you're really asking me. I'm sorry, I was taking that the wrong way. I was taking that the bad way. I'm sorry, I apologize. But I feel like I see stuff like that on YouTube all the time, and I'm like, they got 3 million views for that crappy titled video. You're like, good for them. But, favorite, you know, it's funny because like, I feel like, oh man, I really like bluesy stuff, especially lately, man. There's just more emotion in it. Oh gosh, man, anything old blue, like B.B. King. I like the way B.B. King sings. Or Brooke Benton. There's a South Carolina connection there. Rainy Night in Georgia. That guy's got a beautiful voice. A baritone. See, I'm really a baritone. So, like, Elvis, when he starts getting into the higher register, that gets kind of weird. I love a lot of Beatles, though. And I feel like, you know, there's the 3-part harmony there. It's, like, good. You know, it's hard to say who the best vocalist would be. I guess I'm misreading that because you really, my favorite vocalist. I like soulful things that you can feel in your belly. And I like a lot of old jazz stuff too, singing. But I don't know, it depends on what mood I'm in, man. I really, anytime anybody asks me, what's your favorite, I'm like, I don't know, I kind of like it all. I like experiencing new things, so. And I haven't heard everything, so. But, oh gosh. Psycho, did Munson say he can shred? Well, I didn't. But I think, man, what's the closest thing that I've ever played to like a shred? There's a version of Canon in D that has like, I remember like really working on a crazy solo for this. I'm not completely thinking this. I put it on this little album thing that I did. I don't know if is this me doing a live cut of it? I don't know. Huh. But that's the closest I think I got to some shred, and that's more like the classical kind of stuff. Oh, yeah, that's a live version. I don't know. Oh, yeah. Oh, there you go. Hey, actually, I should probably promo this more than I do because I just don't. There's this version of Canon in D that's on my album, Fountain. And here's a link to my album, Fountain, that you can listen to. Munson's album, Fountain. That has, like, a lot of different projects. It's kind of like a compilation album. It has, like, stuff from different eras of my musical life. But anyway, there's a version of Canon in D there. And I'm not sure where's it at. Oh gosh, I could cue it up for you. There you go, bam. That has like some riffs I would consider shreddy, I guess. I don't know if they really are, but it's like what I would consider shred. It's probably not what you meant by that at all. Okay, cool. This might be the Canon in D. Maybe, and if not, that's cool. But anyway, oh gosh, where are we at with comments though? But yeah, man, anything soulful. I think even if you sing something really silly and you really put your heart and soul into it, the better, you know. I think it's Stormy Monday by the Allman Brothers, man. I feel like that and Soul Shine, it's just so soulful, you know. But I don't know, it depends on what mood I'm in, you know, too. So, oh gosh, I don't know if that's playing in the background for y'all or not. That was funny. Paddock says, dude, I want to do that too, and what you just did. Oh gosh, what I just did. That might have been when I was doing like the scale stuff. So I feel like I get more questions about that kind of stuff. I don't do it as a regular thing because I did a lot of theory videos and jamming videos when I first started on YouTube, and nobody watched them. And so, oh yeah, there you go. All right, so if you're interested in doing like lead stuff, and talking with the guitar kind of stuff, this video might be a good starting place for that. So I'll post my pentatonic scale video for the guitar. I guess you could also watch this with any instrument. I have one that's like jam with any instrument also. Pardon me, excuse me. Let's see. Oh yeah, man. Oh, right on. So that might be a good place to start if you're interested in the shred thing or the lead guitar thing and just kind of starting out pentatonic scale. I would suggest make sure you know chromatic scale, or you know all the notes: E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, E flat, D flat, C, B flat, A flat, G flat, F, E on the guitar on every string, because that's what you're attaching chords and scales to. So the other scale I would suggest is E minor pentatonic scale. I'm prejudiced because that's all the open strings, and maybe the one that I've gone over this in live videos too. There's also like some links probably in that video, actually in the description, like that will take you to diagrams and tab for pentatonic scale to get started with that. And then the thing I was doing earlier that I think was close to shred was like the major scale. G major is what I was playing around with. G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C. Which is a crazy page actually on my Pinterest, that if I can find it. It's always weird. Modes in G major, like is something like that on my Pinterest page? No. Alright, what if I just go modes? It's like, you know, the 7 main shapes of a major scale. Oh, there you go. Well, that's the 2-note. Oh, yeah, there you go. This right here. All right, so I'll post a link here. If you're interested in the scale pattern I was just playing around with, major scale and modes of G major. Cool. So if you know these 7 patterns, you can base an entire lead guitar career on it. So, good luck. Yeah, right on, man. Cool, man. Prag, thanks, man, for the love, man. Because, like, I don't know, you kind of put me on the spot there a bit. Do I prefer acoustic over electric? That's a good question. There are pluses and minuses to both. I mean, obviously, if you're sitting around a campfire, an acoustic guitar is louder, so then you don't have to worry about bringing amplification like an amp or anything. When I'm shooting all the YouTube videos, I do that for balance, volume balance between the voice and the guitar. So it's just easier to like hit go on a camera and just kind of play it like I would play it, and you know, at just a gig with the guitar, and not have to worry about, you know, what's louder and da da da. My recordings with electric guitar with the camera get kind of weird. I haven't been really happy with like the volume levels, because like the amp is closer to the camera and I'm across in the air. Like, this isn't really balanced as well as I thought it was, and so it's harder to balance when both sound sources are in the same spot. It's easier to, like, you know, because you've got your volume knob, but this is an acoustic guitar, right? My voice is an acoustic thing, so like, you know, so I can take the level from way down, you know, but then I can get louder, and so like, so it gets a little weird trying to balance sometimes that way. So I shoot with the acoustic all the time. That's the reason why I don't. People ask for, why don't you do electric lessons? And I've got a couple things up, like with electric, like where it's like, I just don't feel like playing bar chords for the next 5 minutes straight. Okay, so I'll play the electric. You know, otherwise you'll just see me doing this at the end of the video, which sometimes I will do that. myself, when I'm playing, like if I want the ease of play, I would go with electric because it's lighter strings, it's easier to like hold down chord shapes, easier to do bar stuff. So if you're like, man, it's really hard to play this acoustic guitar, try electric. Or you could swap out the strings, like silk and steel strings, or like a folky string that's a really light gauge for acoustic that makes an acoustic feel like an electric. It depends on the gig for me, man, really. I'm just as prone to like grab the guitar and go sit next to the fire with, you know, my acoustic, or, you know, if I've got a friend who wants me to sit in with their, you know, rock group or their jazz group, I'll grab my electric, you know, and all right, cool, all right, let's do it, you know, because it just depends on the gig a lot of times. I guess what I prefer is like when other people play the rhythm and I can play more lead. And I've got a loop pedal and do that kind of thing where I can kind of do both, but I feel like I get people lost doing that kind of stuff. It's a three-piece is where it's at with that kind of stuff. You know, if you got a good bass player behind you and a good drummer, you can have a lot of fun playing lead stuff and, you know, filling in chord stuff. And, you know, if yeah, like a little blues trio would be cool, jazz trio. I was this time last year I was working with the Bovine Marauders, my little jazz trio, and we had a good time. But people have moved away and other people are busy, and it's and you know, I enjoy spending more time at home with my kids and my family and stuff. It's fun. Yeah, but I don't know, man, whatever I got in my hand, that's what I would say. You know, my favorite guitar is whatever one is in my hand. But I feel like I'm way behind on now. I got Guitar Music Centers or CRS, like your simple style to play guitar, easy guitar. Man, thanks for watching, man. I'm glad. I do what I can to help, and I feel like what's cool for me when I play along with my videos, where it's the chords and the lyrics, is then you can go, oh yeah, so I can have done a little bit of lead here. I'm playing around with small triads up the neck now, so I'll play my G and my C and my D up there, and you know, stuff like that. So you can make them as complex as you want. I think. You know, I'm gonna jazz this all up. No, it'd be crazy. And Green Country says, gonna have to retune after that band. Oh yes, indeed. We witnessed that madness. Indeed. That was funny though, yeah. Because then I got to show you the knot, man. There it is. There's the knot. I knotted that string. It was great. I love that band. All right, but anyway, where are we at? Because I was going to try and get out of here early. Right, he had scales. So, right, absolutely, yeah, scales is where it's at. And in the words of a friend of mine, Kevin Flowers, you're only a half step away from a note that will work. So there you go. See, hello from Illinois. Hey, Jay Horton, how's it going, man? And then I like the hymn part. Oh yeah, the hymn songbook is in this thread. I posted all the songbooks I got so far in the thread, so you guys can go and find them. I love the hymns too, man. A lot of those old timey hymns. I like finding all the verses nobody knows anymore too. I'm kind of a fan of that. Renee says, "What are you saying? You're shredding words for drummers too. There's something raw, powerful about keeping it simple and steady." That's true. And no, absolutely. And you can feel some subtleties in really simple rhythms too. And we talked about that in one of the other Q&As. Like island strumming. Down, down, up, up. My favorite strum pattern of all time, because you do downs, you do down ups, and you do ups. But if you can swing it all kinds of ways, right? We talked about the swing eighth one time. So that's cool that Renee kind of mentioned that. That's kind of a callback to one of the other Q&As where we're like, oh yes, well, how much of a swing does, you know, this artist do versus this artist, you know? And Wagon Wheel came to mind because I was like, man, this is a really trippy, swingy kind of way to do it. Because you'll hear me swing stuff different, you know, same strum pattern. What's the strum pattern doing? Down, down, up, up, down. It doesn't sound like down, down, up, up, down, you know, because you'll be swinging it all crazy. But yes, simple and steady, absolutely. Yeah, even going to downs, like when I've got students who are just starting to kind of get flow, sometimes we'll just go to downs, like all downs, you know, 8 downs on each chord or 4 downs on each chord, which is good for a build up in a tune too, you know. You could be doing that down, down, up, down, up. Ooh, then hit the downs. You know, he's like, oh yeah, he mixed the strum pattern up. You know, but that was pretty simple, right? I just went from down, down, up, up, down to a whole bunch of downs, so you can mix things up like that. Opposed to fitting in 8 minute notes, absolutely. John Bonham started out slow and simple, built into wild. Yes, indeed, man. Ginger Baker's another one of those wild drummer, cool, awesome people. Go watch that Live at Albert Hall Cream album from 1969. Woo! Man, it's about to kill somebody. But anyway, the audience wants to hear an authentic voice. I think Bobby Dylan got it on his vocal talent. Oh yeah, you know, that's a good call there too. Everyone has a voice that's uniquely their own. I believe that too. Green Country. I think everybody kind of has their own voice. So when you're just like, well, which is your favorite? But like Michael Jackson's got an amazing range. I didn't mean to like sidetrack that either. I just wanted to mention like older blues because there's a lot of feeling there. I was jamming with Lead Belly the other day too, and nobody thinks of him as a great vocalist, but man, he'll do some stuff, and you'll be like, ooh, that was cool. Like with the way he'll bend notes. Whitney Houston comes to mind too. Prince comes to mind. There's a lot of like Adam Levine comes to mind as far as like range goes. But sometimes, you know, it's kind of like the shred thing. Sometimes things get so polished. There's not as much feeling. You know what I mean? It's like one of the cool things about Van Halen, I think, is like when you listen to it, it's not as like especially early Van Halen. It doesn't feel. It is polished, but you know there's a rough edge to it that will kind of capture you, and you'd be like, ooh, that sounded like a mistake, but it sounded so good, you know. And he meant it, you know. He was feeling it, whatever, you know. That's more important. The emotion. What was Bruce Lee say? He's like, we need emotional content, not anger. Try again. You know, yeah, you got to put your heart in it. Absolutely, and Dylan does, man. Especially those early, man. You'll feel it. Psycho, are you familiar with the Last of Us video games? Man, I got a ton of the Last of Us music up. Actually, I don't have tabs for all the stuff, but I do have lessons for a lot of it too. The Last of Us suite comes to mind. If you want to support me another way and listen to me play a lot of music from the video game, The Last of Us. Wow, cool. Let me post this. This is kind of cool. I thought this was cool. The Last of Us suite. This is me playing a ton of music from The Last of Us, and it's some beautiful music. Gustav Santarella. I'm trying to remember who's the composer. I don't think I spelled it right in this thing. Oh, but anyway. Oh gosh, man, he's amazing. He's great. Santo Olala. I don't know if that's right. Is that right? Anyway, but man, that's some beautiful music. That is absolutely beautiful music. Where am I at with stuff? Oh, good morning. Oh my gosh. Mansell, hi Munson. Matt says, good morning. Good morning, Matt. Are you the Matt? You might be the Matt I'm thinking of. Man, good morning. Nancy's here. Hey, Nancy, how's it going? Manuel, about oh my gosh. Whoa, from Brazil. I stopped reading comments though. All right, cool. Right, we were talking about drummers, feeling from the heart, how Bob Dylan might be a good vocalist because he feels what he's singing. I got to Psycho. Are you familiar with The Last of Us, music composer? Yeah, I don't think I spelled his name right in that suite, but have some really cool pieces. I personally like Allowed to Be Happy. I could put that on the list. Allowed to Be Happy, Last of Us. Last of Us. Man, that's some great music, man. And I know I have like a lot of like how to plays on some of that stuff. If you're interested in fingerstyle in general, you might want to hit those. Like, I mean, it's good music. The Choice, I think, is just a really cool one to start with. I think that was the first one I posted. Maybe I'm just sentimental. I love that music too, though, Psycho. That's cool. And then Fan Everton, I follow you since your old Last of Us. Oh gosh, ending songs in the game. Right on, man. I hope you're having a good stream and great year. So far, so good. So, man, it's a great day, man. I really just want to give some love to everybody, and thanks for watching. I feel like I've been really busy here lately and haven't done as much with the channel as I wish I had time to do. So I'm trying to work out, like, when can I do what I need to do to get more stuff up. That was part of my New Year's resolution. But, dude, are you American? I hope so. I hope I'm American. Are they gonna ship me away if I'm not? Yeah, I was born by the river in South Carolina, in the Americas, in the United States of America. So yeah, I'm American. Thanks, Praddock, man. I would be if my accent fooled you, I'm actually really proud of that. Sort of. I must have watched too much TV as a kid. You know, because you got friends around here, they've been talking a little bit more Southern, you know, but I don't know, man. I like to, I don't know, your voice is your voice. You got to just believe in your voice. And I love what my martial arts instructor, Eric Hamilton, he's great. He's an awesome guy. He has this thing that really hit me this year, too, called Trust Your Journey. You know, wherever you are, wherever you want to go, just trust that the things that happen that you look back on and you regret happen for a reason to get you to the part where you're here now and you get to decide, you know, and make a better life out of where you're at. So that's a great piece of wisdom too. Eric's awesome. But hi Munson, hello Mansell, hello Matt, good morning. I have to go. Oh, farewell Renee. Thanks so much for the information. Friendly set. Oh man, great, awesome. Thank you so much. I'm just glad we kind of got this all kind of worked out too. Nancy says, yes sir. Nancy says, I've learned a lot from you for sure. Really love and appreciate what you do. Oh, thanks so much, Nancy. Appreciate it. Definitely doing what I can to help. I know there's a lot of stuff up, and hopefully there'll be more. Oh my gosh, and there's Susan. Hey Susan, it's so good to see you. Happy New Year, Susan. And thank you for teaching me how to play the guitar. Great videos. Cool. Well, hey, you guys, it's getting to be about that time where I'm gonna turn into a pumpkin. And I opened up with an original tune called Edith, and was interrupted by a derp, the cat. But that's okay. So I was just gonna I was gonna play another original. I was digging on this the other day and I've forgotten about this tune. This is called The Rain Song. And I use it as an intro for a setting of The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe that I used to do with my old band. But anyway, but by itself, I just call it The Rain Song. So I play this as just like a closer. So, anyway, that's a little bit of The Rain Song for y'all. I hope y'all have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. Thank y'all all for tuning in and supporting the channel, and I love all of y'all. Thank y'all so much. And hope the songbooks are helpful and the how to plays are helpful, and maybe you can go check out some of my album from that link that I was posting, because that sounded really cool. Oh, and The Last of Us Suite, if you want to hear some more stuff that seems more classical-esque. But anyway, thank you very much, Matt. Susan, thank you so much for coming in. Oh yeah, no, man. I hate you're feeling bad though. Yeah, but gosh, I hope you get well soon. And Susan, fan of a beautiful song. Thank you so much, man. Thank all of y'all. Appreciate it. All the love. And some of y'all, we've been hanging out for a long time now. So, woo. But I'm glad I kind of got the. It looks like the guitar thing, the flip thing is solved. Maybe. So I'm hoping for next time that this will all be useful too. Anyway, y'all have a great Sunday, and we'll be doing the next jam thing. Oh my gosh, there's my beautiful wife. There's the beautiful exotic creature that lives in my house.
Hey.
Hey. Cool. So anyway, y'all have a wonderful, happy New Year and a happy Sunday, and we will see y'all next trip. Normally, I'm shooting for first Sundays for these things at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we'll see you in the next one. Oh gosh, I don't know what I just did. But anyway, love y'all. Take care. Bye.